Hello, adventurers. I don't even know if my microphone is working. I'm hoping. Have some Citadel contrast, Flesh Terrors red. And I'm testing out StreamYard today. I have two cameras. I have my iPad camera, and I have my second camera over here, which you actually see on the main screen, right? So that's my telephone. I invited myself to my own stream. StreamYard wants to charge you lots of money for two cameras, so I decided to try to just get one extra camera up. I have some extra throwaway cameras, call them burner phones back in the day, and you can send yourself a link. I can also invite anybody who wants to be on by sharing a link in the comments section. So let me see if I can do that. I have my screen minimized a little bit. I was thinking of talking about the barbarian subclass. Let's see here. I hit this button here, copy that, and we're going to post a comment. I'll try to post a comment. So if you happen to be watching me and you want to talk, theoretically, I'll be able to hear you. I have my own speaker here. I don't know. Can I hear you? It should be playing through the iPad, so maybe I'll be able to hear you. I won this ancient red dragon at Gen Con. It was from Kill It Keep It. And I don't know if anybody's been to Gen Con and seen the Kill It Keep It scenario. Basically, the center of the table has a ancient dragon in it, the stats for it, and the ancient red dragon gets one attack against everybody, but not before you go. So every player for Kill It Keep It, every player gets one character, which I roll randomly. Every character has one hit point, and you get to do one attack. And then if you do some damage, you get some upgrades, maybe a bonus to hit, maybe a bonus to damage, maybe a special ability. And then the dragon attacks everybody, and chances are it kills every last one of them. And then you get a new character, and the dragon has 1,000 hit points. So you play Kill It Keep It for about 2 solid hours, going round and round the table. And then the last person to get the killing blow on the dragon actually keeps the dragon. So that's this ancient red, no, adult red dragon. Ancient's actually bigger. So I've been slowly painting that with Fresh Terrors. So I have one viewer. If they can hear me, just type in the comments, yes, I can hear you. That would be a big help, because I'm streaming on my iPad, and I don't even know if anybody can hear me. I'll try to do these live streams once in a while and add some more D&D content. We just did a nice interview with the people from Keshanar. Keshanar is an Egyptian world, and that Egyptian world will be playing in Las Vegas, a live event that you can actually join in. I'll put those links down below, or you can just go back to our last video and look up the Keshanar video. It's Dungeon Dragons in the Egyptian pantheons of the gods. What is Dark Alchemy doing? Dark Alchemy will be at the Moonlight Market in October. We still have to sign up for that, but I think we're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to be at the Syosset Sports Complex, and they're going to turn off all the lights, and all the booths at the Moonlight Market will be kind of lit up themselves with their own fairy lights and their own LED lights. So you can go there and learn to play Dungeons and Dragons with us. Dark Alchemy will be running Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, thank you, Painting Goblin Bob. Loud and clear. That's a huge help. Yeah, Bob, I just jumped on and wanted to paint a little bit here. Not on your level. I'm using these fancy contrast paints. So, but you know what? We'll cover this whole guy red, do some highlights, and call him done. You can find Bob the Painting Alchemist at that on Instagram, and he'll be doing painting classes at Brothers Grimm Games. Call Brothers Grimm's for his schedule. He teaches painting classes there. He's an excellent painter. I think there's a small fee, $10 to sign up with that. Dark Alchemy will be at the Moonlight Market in Syosset in October. I'll post those dates. I think it's October 6th, but don't quote me on that. We'll be doing TTRPG in a Castle in Bryan Anthem, Pennsylvania. We will be running Call of Cthulhu, and I'll be running the Horror on the Orient Express. Very exciting. My fellow Dark Alchemist Scott will be running the Tyranny of Dragons, and he has all his dragons already painted up. But I didn't want to get another model for our gaming stock. And what's better than to fight an ancient or an adult red dragon? And lastly, DM Evanson will be running the Curse of Strahd, the condensed version at TTRPG in a Castle, and that's coming up in the middle of October. But first will be at Gen Con 2026. Looking forward to the Dungeons & Dragons Carnival. WizKids, Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro, whoever actually owns them now, rented out a huge hall, and they will be running a whole D&D event that's a combination of live play, escape room, and classical role playing. So make sure to check out the carnival event for Dungeons and Dragons at Gen Con 2026. I guess you could say this is cathartic to be painting a dragon. I have my second camera here, and we're just literally, I saw a little shake on that, literally just slathering on the paint. I think I'll try to do these lives once in a while, a little bit later in the day. I know probably a lot of people are still working out and about. It's only 3 o'clock on a Friday. This was more just a test run for StreamYard and a multiple camera setup. I mean, I'm literally painting in my basement, so I don't actually have a nice studio setup or anything like that. My buddy Scott does have an excellent tavern style setup in his garage, which he turned into a D&D play area. And recently I just checked out the Mid-Island condominium, which is like a castle, which we could rent out and run events there. They get about $100 an hour just for the rental. So a 4-hour event would be $400 for the rental plus our fee to run the game. But the nice thing about that is it's all decorated. It's great for pictures. It's really immersive. And they also have a kitchen there. So if we wanted to do a birthday cake or some appetizers, we can set up a kitchen at that Mid-Island Castle. I'll be doing the next Learn to Play at Brothers Grimm Games on the 20th. That's Monday night at 7 o'clock. You can call Brothers Grimm Games in Selden. That's Brothers Grimm Games in Selden to join me in the Learn to Play. The owner, Gil, was nice enough to give us a free box set to use just to teach people how to play. It has all the basic stuff in it. And then we also will run events. We do birthday parties and bachelor parties. A little bit nerdy to have a D&D bachelor party, but you know what? When you're older, you can have some whiskey, have some good food, and some good, clean fun, slaying dragons, saving maidens, and playing Dungeons and Dragons if you haven't played that in a long time. So we're truly in a golden age of Dungeons and Dragons. There's some great expansions coming out. They have the new Strahd expansion with all the sub-realms of the dark that happens in Barovia, being one of the Shadowfell realms. What else am I working on? Let's see if this camera is working here. I can hold it this way, right? We have a little barbarian. I use that same red wash. So get some more light on her. Maybe that's it. So we have our little female barbarian miniature. I like her, or a fighter or a rogue. I like her curved scimitar type blade. Bob, camera angles are good. Background lighting shows off my handsome face. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. I would like to make a nice little, I don't know, like a themed area with the camera set up. I really need to mess with OSR, I think it's called. OSB. No, OSB it's called. OSB is a different camera one where I can plug in my professional cameras and really set it up. But like all hobbies, it's just having the time to do everything, right? I want to set up a studio and I want to paint. I've been pretty busy painting, Bob. So let's see. We have this female wizard. I just gave her like a little green stone inspired by the Lochnar from Heavy Metal. And she has her little spell book here. And we put this guy up for sale. It's not the Goblin Alchemist level of painting, but it is painted. We have a gray wizard Not necessarily, you know who, the G-Man, but pretty fun. 3D printed, primed, painted, good to go. Painting a bugbear. I enjoy painting him. Speed paint, highlights. We'll hit it with some browns, hit it with some washes, call it done. What else are we doing? Oh, this is a big one. Working on a frost giant. I enjoyed the just a bright blue skin. Randolph the Gray. I like that. Randolph the Gray. That's not trademarked, so we're in good shape. Perfect. Perfect. So not a frost giant, ice giant. Although I guess Hasbro doesn't have rights to frost giant. I think that was maybe a little bit before him in the whole North mythology. And I'll share this too, Bob. I've been into, we're into these different games. So this is Car Wars. This is just kind of a Car Wars trash pile that we'll put on a nice gray mat or a like a desert mat. And then I did some smashed up cars. You working on zombies right now, Bob? We can put that up. I can show that. Oh yeah, currently working on a zombie pack at the moment. So I have this banged up car. So if you're feeling if you're home, Bob, and you're feeling spicy, you could actually click that link on your cell phone, Dark Alchemy, StreamYard.com. You can turn on your camera and your microphone, and you could jump in there and you could show us some of your artwork, what you're working on. If you're anywhere near there, I have a little bit of battery life left. I'll probably be on for another 5-10 minutes. If you're nearby, you can jump on and share your awesome artwork. I feel like I'm talking like Bob Ross. Happy little dragon claw. Nice bright red scales. Death and destruction. Got to slide these glasses down, excuse me. The eyes are getting older and don't look as cool as I used to. Yeah. Yeah, so guys, if you haven't jumped into speed paints, boop. And we said to Bob, and then let's see here, show this one. The cars look great. Yeah, I'm enjoying the cars. So Scott has the other half of the pack. Right? We split Gen Con, I think 3 or 4 years ago now. When you go to Gen Con, you get sucked in, and you end up just jumping into a game system, right? And then you play it once, and it sits there, and you don't paint it. So we're guilty of that with Necromunda. Although we have played Necromunda, we're guilty of that with Blood Bowl. Next time we can set it up. Yeah, we definitely. Yeah, I think Car Wars is going to be a good, like 4 to 6 player game. So we could have 2 teams of 3, and we could probably play it a few times in a night. And as you get more advanced, you can actually pick your driver, and you can kind of pick the weapons on your car. So I have 6 cars painted, and I think we have enough. So there's a dial, right? We have enough dials for 4, but I can always get more dials or print them out, and then there's dice and stuff like that. So yeah, the original Car Wars was just made with little cardboard pieces of paper, and people love that. The new system, the cars are bigger, and they change it up. The funny thing about Car Wars, it's so silly. You could do accelerate, do a right turn, a left turn, fire your gun twice, and then do a bootlegger's reverse. And the action sequence was 6 seconds. So you can do all that in 6 seconds. It's the same thing with D&D, right? A player's turn is, I think, 10 seconds, right? No, 6 seconds, is it right? 10 rounds is a minute. I'm not sure if I get my math right. I need my professor to help me with that. But yeah, you actually do so much. So I think everything's just kind of abstracted. You don't need to say, oh, only 6 seconds went by. However long a combat takes, you can abstract it and say, that combat was 10 minutes long between running and gunning and fighting and casting and stuff like that. not just, only 6 seconds has gone by. And, you attack 14 times, and then you cast all these magical spells and blasts and fireballs, and it's like less than a minute has gone by. It seems a little silly. So I think the units of time should be abstracted a little bit. This is a big one, that's for sure. Trying just to get the coverage of this red dragon, the adult red dragon. So I am looking forward to D&D and Cthulhu and the TTRPG in a castle. I don't want to get it mixed up. There is actually a D&D castle, which is a separate company. This is the Game Theater Events. So I was asked to run Cthulhu, but next time I might run Tyranny of Dragons. And we had some good ideas how to combine the campaign. So I want to make sure I have all my dragon models ready to go, so we can pull out what we need. And then also, man, I don't know. We might try to 3D print it. Tiamat, a 5-headed dragon, just a huge model. They sell some pretty plastic ones, but I think they go for like $499. So it's pretty expensive. Certain models lend themselves better. This model lends itself better to being this type of plastic. It's extruded plastic. It has a good amount of flex to it, and if you drop it, it's not going to break. It's almost like these plastic toys you see in the store. They make these plastic dragons, and they make these plastic dinosaurs and unicorns. So that's kind of how the plastic feels. It comes pre-primed, and it's just a nice model. But for everything else, we like to 3D print. We have an Etsy store. We 3D print the stuff, and that's how people build the collection. I got into D&D early, but I got into collecting stuff late. So WizKids for a long time has been coming out with these character models and monster models. You get in the packs, and I tell you, like everything, the prices are just skyrocketed. If you miss an old pack, they got expensive. I've been reading the D&D adventure, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which is a Fey Realm adventure, and it takes place, starts off in a Fey carnival, where you get to experience the powers and the beauty and the excitement of the Fey realm in carnival. So it's less deadly, right? You go into a carnival and you go into these different Fey rides. So WizKids sell some models for the Fey realm and for the Wild Beyond the Witchlight adventure. They have a balloon. They have Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. They have some of the characters you meet at the carnival, and they're really cool. But the prices have gotten just so expensive for these little models. So, which is why we have to end up 3D printing. Oh, Bob, if you're still with me, I have a coming towards you, little dwarf here. I like him. I'm doing him all green and purple. I don't know. He's in a certain clan. I don't know what clan he's in, but I'm still trying to track down a bagpipe dwarf. We have a dwarf playing a lute, but I do want to have a bagpipe dwarf because in my Learn to Play adventure, I created a level 2 bagpipe playing dwarf, and I want to be able to represent him properly. Alrighty, we're almost done getting this red just kind of laid out on him. I'll probably come back to it. He's starting to get sticky in these different spots. Oh, sorry, I hit my camera again. So camera 2 has the microphone off, so I don't have feedback. Bob said he can hear me loud and clear. That's a big help. And I will run more of these. And then if anybody else wants to paint along or chat and have a camera and a phone with a microphone, and maybe a stand would help, right? You want to have a little stand. They could actually paint along with me and just chat about stuff. Well, the stuff we're talking about is Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing games in general. I don't know if you can hear in the background, I'm 3D printing Hadley's Hope, the alien colony from the movie Aliens, where the Weyland Corporation was mining, and they found alien pods, and aliens took over, and then the Marines went in. One of our friends, Brandon, ran us the Aliens adventure, and it was the prequel to the Aliens movie. I've set it up. Okay, they were up to date on all the thing. I have some media assets here. Let me see if I can do. Let's see. The background music. Interesting. I'm playing background music, but I can't hear it. So I don't have headphones on. You know, I do have some earphones. I think I have some earphones. I think I'm going to have to plug those in. That'll be my next test, is to add earphones. I have the Soundcore P20s. Are excellent earphones, little earbuds. I guess I'm going to need, the Bluetooth, so I'll be able to connect them because I have a little lapel mic plugged in over here. And I have 2 more cameras too, so maybe I can do multiple angles. Going back to my, follow me on, boom. There we go. Follow me on Instagram. Me and Scott are right there. That's Dark Alchemy Ltd. If you're not, we'd love for a follow. Try to build up our following. Instagram changed the rules. In order to stream on their sites, you need 1,000 viewers. 1,000 people got to be watching you, following you in order to live stream. So that number 1,000 is not too far away now. I think we're at 850 or so. Lots of red. I picked a big model of paint because I figured probably the easiest thing to paint. Want to have the camera in the way here. Follow our forever DM Evanson. He'll be joining us at Gen Con. He'll be running the Curse of Strahd at TTRPG in a castle. Still might be. I have 1 seat left in my game. So if you want to join TTRPG in a castle, that's TTRPG in a castle. The game theater events. I have 1 spot left for my Cthulhu game, Horror on the Orient Express. Dave might have a spot left in his Strahd game. We don't know. And see, Bob's helped me. The dwarf is fancy. I knew it myself. I cannot hear the music either. Okay, so I mean, I'm on my iPad. I guess I have to try to figure that out. It's still a learning experience. But Bob, your feedback is a huge help. I do appreciate that because it's only on my end here. I think the next step is to set up my earpad. I thought it would play through the iPad. I thought it would play through the iPad, but it's not. But maybe YouTube will love us because we are streaming content, and YouTube loves when people stream content. It's a great platform. I learned a lot on there. I've gone to YouTube University for many years to learn how to paint and fix stuff that's broken around the house. I'm sure I'm missing some spots here, but I think I will just stop shaking that. I think I'll just put this guy down here. This is the stands. I definitely miss a spot or 2. No, that's this way. Yeah, so that is, miss some spots up here. They're right over here. Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize that YouTube tends to block music. Yeah, maybe if I'm doing a live stream, I shouldn't be worried about playing the music. So, but this is all me talking. I'm not fake. I am the real deal. Fly him away over here, and we'll take a look at some of the other stuff we are working on. We have flying books. These are a pain. These are a pain to paint. So it's a swirl of books. You could use this as spirit guardians. Ashara from the world of Erendor is a bard, not a bard, sorry, a cleric, sorceress, and she casts spirit guardians, and they look like Ayun's God of Knowledge. That's the type of swarm that we have. Working on bat swarms also, so we'll go here first, right? Bat swarms. These are just kind of speed painted. Try to get some more light on there. These are speed painted. And I just did the eyes. You know, this is a 3-footer. You put it down, and from 3 feet away, it looks like a bat swarm. We have our little wizard here, you know, fighting a bat swarm. And what else we're working on? I hope YouTube doesn't block me for this. We have a succubus, demon, devil. And you know what? That red looks very familiar. I hate to plug G-Dub, but they do have some nice contrast paints. Although, you know what my new favorite paint is? And Bob knows this already. Bob knows what my favorite paint is. Monuments. These are Monument acrylic paints. These are amazing paints. Found them at Gen Con, made in USA. Very high pigments, a very high pigment content. So high quality paints. Monument, not sponsored. Love them. John's long box. Oh, let me see. Hey Jay. Show. Hey John. Hey John. So what I'm doing is, John, I am live streaming, as you see. I have StreamYard set up, but I don't have the 2-camera plan. So I have my iPad here, and over here I have a phone, which I invited myself. So yeah, I'm just trying to see the 2-camera angle. John hates bards. I feel like you don't like magic, John, because in your Village of Vigilantes campaign, you don't let people use magic until they're like 50 or 60 years old. So, but shout out to John's Long Box. Follow his page. I know not many people are watching this right now, but John's Long Box, he talks about D&D, and he talks about role-playing games a little bit, but mostly comic books. But I love it when he talks about comic books and how that affects role-playing games in that type of world. But anyway, Monument paints are awesome. I highly recommend them. I don't want to plug GW. And then I've been also using speed paints to paint just like the cast of characters you would find in a world. So this was a lady in waiting, or a royal lady. Bob shout out says GW paints are good. The posts are trash, and having them transfer them. Let's see, wait. GW paints are good. The pots are trash, and having to transfer them is frustrating. But pro acrylic, hands down, my favorite. Yeah. So you know what? Let's review a little pot of paint here. So pop it open, see kind of what it looks like here. This is the pot. It's supposed to, like, you know, have the paint up there, but right here, right in here, we have a lot of buildup. And that's annoying. Painting your Marvel United. John, is that a board game? I know you're not jumping on the channel, although you could if you wanted to. I have the link up there. I don't know where you are. You know, I played Marvel Zombicide, and it was painted, and it was awesome. Monument is redoing most of the metallic paints as well. Yeah, I couldn't find that. Yeah. Oh, John's driving. Okay. Yeah. So Marvel United. I'm going to look that up when I get off here, and I'm going to check it out. If it's more of a board game, or if it's a like a role-playing game. So, oh, it's a board game. Okay. Yeah, I'm into it. I would love to try Marvel United. I wasn't able to do Twilight this week and next week. I'm kind of busy, but if we want to do a shorter day, I could definitely jump on, and we can play some, you know, quicker board games. You know, the Twilight Imperium, you have to dedicate like quite a few hours to. But if we could do, like, you know, maybe two-hour board games, something like that, I'd be all for that. So, so John's saying Marvel United's a board game, so check that out. Oh, he's driving also. The zombie side miniatures. So Bob, you know what I did buy? I went Kickstarter for I didn't do the zombie side one. I did the zombie side one, but we doing what's it called? The zombie side pirates. I went all in on that. Spent way too much money, and the pirate one is going to be pirates, goblins, undead, creatures from the sea, some hammerhead sharks, and stuff like that. And I know Bob was painting a commission for Masters Universe, and it's so much to paint. It's coming out so awesome. I'm so tempted just to be have Bob paint the zombie side. And looks like John jumped in on zombie side too. John, I'll check my schedule and reach out to you in an hour or so. Let you know what's going on tomorrow. I have something going on tomorrow night. I'm working, but maybe during the day we can bang out a quick game. That might be pretty good. Pretty good. Well, my beeper just beeped. I don't know what's going on. And this camera 2 beeped here. Something here. You're in the show, it says. So anyway, thank anybody who jumped on. Thanks for watching. This was more just a test run, about half an hour here. I just wanted to show some of my models off, share some of my painting, and just see what the setup is. I have this light behind me. I don't know if I like it. I would like to have a little studio area. John has an awesome little studio area. Bob, you're in for painting of the zombie thing? I'll pay you, of course. But it's a lot of models. Maybe we'll just get the base characters down and a few good zombies that we need for the game, and then we're definitely playing zombie side pirates, because it looks just awesome, Not a huge zombie side fan, but the Marvel really caught me, and then I saw the pirate one, and I'm a huge pirate fan. So, all right, thanks everybody. I appreciate you stopping in to watch. This is Roy from Dark Alchemy, and I hope you have a great day and get to play some board games and D&D very soon. I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye.